Good morning, everyone. We made it. Thanks so much for being here today for another episode of our Bhagavad Gita year-long sadhana. And I'm so excited, in a way. I'm going to actually sit outside in the snow and talk to you today. Yay! But here's the theme of the day. Trying to understand the setting of the Bhagavad Gita. We're going to give you some background on concepts and this just why Arjun has to fight in a war. Because, like I said, so many people ask, if this is a book about yoga, why is it a book about fighting? Fighting is not yogic, ahimsa. Well, if we understand some of the deeper context and the cultural ideas behind the Gita, we can apply it more fully to our own lives. So today, you notice I'm being very careful because here in a large part of the country, there's been a transition of temperature. We had freezing rain, and if I had to go anywhere right now, I couldn't because the sidewalk, the driveway is covered with black ice, and actually the snow is too, and I'm easing out gently. It's dangerous. We were getting warnings, danger, stay off the road, schools are closed, leave lots of time. And that got me to thinking about what is danger. The Bhagavad Gita has a slightly different take than many of us do. And I'm just grabbing my book, Hearing the Song of Your Soul, to share verse 335, because it's got a definition of danger that we as Westerners probably won't relate to. So I'm going to chant it, and in my translation, it's translated in the same original poetic verse as the Sanskrit. So, better one's own work done with flaws than another's done flawlessly. Better to die in one's own work. Another's work is dangerous. So I remember first reading that verse and going, wait a minute, what could be more dangerous than dying, right? But it says die in your work. Trying to do something else, even if it seems safer, is dangerous. As you investigate the Gita more, when Krishna says this to Arjun, he's not talking about Arjun's physical body, because the physical body changes. It comes and goes. The body we had at 1 or 5 is not the body we have now. And yet there's a continuity of consciousness. So what Krishna is saying here is danger for the body is not nearly as grave as danger for the soul. The body is going to change anyway, but this continuity of consciousness that you carry can really be affected if you're not doing your work. So, for example, when I was younger, my relatives hoped for a high-paying career for me, right? And when I look back, a really high-paying career. If I, as a young person, had gotten a lot of money, it would not have been a good thing because I wouldn't have known how to handle it. And I'd have become I don't think I would have been the nicest person, let's say. I wouldn't have been the kind of person to be gracious. Like I see some young people that can handle it, and I'm like, man, kudos to you. It would have been overwhelming. And so even though physically I might have been safer, I might have had respect, I might have had a good home, I might have had plenty of food, my soul would have been in danger. I would have been in danger of becoming someone that, if I look back on them now, I wouldn't have wanted to be. And this is the idea of the Gita. If you avoid the work you're meant to do, and I've seen this in many people dying, having worked on intensive care units and been with relatives who are dying, if they don't do what they're really meant to do, if they follow the path of materialism to stay safe, then they regret it at the end of their lives. So what Krishna is doing here is reminding Arjun and reminding us that, it might seem dangerous to try to live your dreams and your destiny, but if you don't do it, it's going to cause you harm at a much, much deeper level. Well, let's keep that in mind today when you do your meditation. I encourage you to think about, what is it that only I can do in this world? What is it that only I can do? And am I doing it? despite what other people might think. You can also contemplate, there's something I want to do, and if I don't do it, how will I feel at the end of my life? Heavy stuff, but we're getting into heavy stuff with the Gita. And today I'm dedicating this practice to all who, like we would call first responders or frontline workers, who every day put themselves in danger, like the people who go out driving and salting the roads here when you shouldn't be out driving. I know they have big trucks, but still, I can see myself whizzing around a corner and taking out a light pole. So kudos to all of you who respond to danger in the physical world while saving yourself at a deeper level and saving us too. Shall we? I'm being very ginger. The snow is covered with ice, so my feet are melting through. Okay, great. Let's start. I can do it. This will be interesting. Let's change sides. All righty. Meditation time. 5 minutes. What is it you're meant to do in life? What, if you don't do it in this life, is going to harm your soul more than your physical self? This way. And coming back. Well done. Well done. So yes, I've had people say to me, "Why are you doing this practice?" And especially today, I can hear people going, it's slippery, it's date. If you are bored with balance poses, try them on the ice. It's a whole new level. It could be cold, that could compromise my health. Ice. But if I didn't do this practice, no matter what, since I've committed to it, the damage to my soul would definitely be far greater. So I hope you help me support my soul tomorrow. I'll see you in the morning. And what will a new day bring? Till then.